show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Booyah, booyah, booyah! Explosions, explosions, death and destruction all around. And here we are on episode, let's see, 120. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad that everybody is here to check us out, talk about all kinds of streaming issues and things going on in the community. So let's see where we go with this. You see who's on the panel? Me. So we'll see where this goes. You know, it's always the shows with not a lot of people that ends up running long. So thanks for everyone joining us. See, Eddie's joined over here. Yep, time to raid the fridge. Yep, gotta get your drink on, kind of keep you lubricated. Thank you for doing that. Da Beach, I see that he's over here watching us. Roger, DJ Themes, Renegades. What's up, bud? What's up? Mr. Rednick, what's up? Udon. Nice to see you. Let's see, Mr. E. Yep, he's here. Suhail. Nice to see you. Michael. Alban. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Got Bob also. And hey, I know Bob likes to see that intro every time. I know that gets excited because I know I do too. Theodore, nice to see you. Yep. Blessings to everyone. Yep. So we got, let's see, who else? Cosmics. All right. Nice to see you, Cosmics, in the chat. Canuck Gal. Hey, Canuck Gal, you're willing to, look at, nobody's on the panel. It'd be a great time for you to jump on the show. And Cosmics, if you want to jump on, you can hit me up in, anybody that wants to hit me up on Telegram, I will do my best to keep checking over there back and forth. Oh, let me go ahead. I'll bring Alban in here. So Alban can join over here. So let me see. Let's see, Mr. Alban, where are you at, Alban? Alban helps keep me straight. Oops, I need to copy the link. Hold on a second, folks. Let's copy that link. Send it over to Mr. Alban. Nice to see you, Alban. So, all right, Alban's set. All right, so we got that going on. All right. So, nice to see everyone. I'll give everybody, Cosmic says he can on an Xbox. Oh my gosh. Trooper, thanks for joining us as always, Troop. Cosmic's listening in the background. And there's a lot of people that do that with me. Just be listening as they do their other projects. And that's cool. That's cool. I'm glad to, be your background noise. So, let's see. So, we this week, a sad note happened this week, and that was somebody that's worked in the community and has worked on numerous projects, and some of you guys may have known some of the projects he's worked on. Loose Cannons passed away this past week, and he was on my show a couple times back probably about a year and a half ago. He was on the show. I came on a couple different shows. He had a playlist, and he actually messed around and created a gen. Worked on some of that project, but he passed away this past week, and really shocked me. I know that Blue and I talked about it because when she first heard about it, she goes, "Is that the Loose we know?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that was." And I didn't realize how many projects that man was working on and how many different groups that he was working in. So, and I'm gonna post a few pictures. Maybe you guys have seen some of these icons. So when you see them, you may be familiar with him. Hold on a second. Let me share my screen here just to. All right, Albin's in the show, so you see them. All right, what's up?
Hey, hold on, I got it killed.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead, and this is one of his icons that he had. So some of us that's been on Telegram, you'll know people from an icon, but you don't remember them. You don't put the name together with the icon. So these are some of the icons he had. This was the a photograph that was posted on Facebook by one of his friends. Another icon that was put out after he passed away, Loose Cannon. There's some more icons, and I when he was on the show a couple times, and really nice guy, really kind-hearted. He had an extreme sports add-on. Some of you guys might remember his playlist. They were all extreme sports, surfing, skateboarding, mountain bike riding. It was all these extreme sports stuff.
Yeah,
and he was
I remember
older.
that one.
Yeah, he was older than me, and he had like I want to say it was extreme sports or extreme something. And I remember him creating a gin early on. He was like one of the early people to jump on board with the gin. And he came on the show and was sharing it with us. And just a super nice guy. I mean, we would a lot of times on the show, and Alban can attest to this, that you get on the show and we talk here, but then that's not the end of the talk a lot of times.
That's why you guys got to jump on.
Yeah, it's always the show. You have the show, and then you'll have the after show. Yeah. And sometimes the after show goes on as long as the real show on sometimes. Yeah. I mean, there was times when back in the day, the after show would run for another hour and a half, 2 hours after we stopped broadcasting live. So he was a great guy, lots of laughs, and I'm hoping that next week, if the groups, if his friends and people that were close to him want to do it, I wouldn't mind offering the show up as a memorial, and have any of them that want to come on, more than welcome to have be open to my platform here, to invite who they want, share thoughts, fun times, funny stories with him, about him. He had a very dry sense of humor, and he would say some things that were a little bit out of place at times that some people may take wrong, but he was just very off the cuff. So we may do that next week. I will see what his friends, what their wishes are. Again, I'm not going to push that. I knew him for a period of time, and one of I know Ant with Renegades, Ant Renegades, said maybe to offer up the show. And hey, that's out there. I think right now, this week, so many of his friends are really shocked that his passing. So they want to have a little time. That's cool. And if they don't want to do it next week, that's fine too. But it's offering it up there if they want to use my platform to have a memorial, to share thoughts, crack up jokes, so that some of the people that may have not known him can get to know him a little bit from their perspective. We'll see. But Loose Cannon Duncan, just great guy. And I will post, they're doing a GoFundMe to help his family. He left a wife, and he was from, he lived in Cyprus. So I will, his wife still lives there, and a goat farmer. I mean, there's a lot of different things. I know that when O'Neill heard about it, O'Neill knew him, and O'Neill was like, no way, and he says, I was hoping to see him next time I went down to Cyprus. So it's a real shock when somebody that's helped so many other people passes in this time. So, and but yeah, it's pretty sad. It's really shocking. Again, Renegades knew him. So yeah, that would more than welcome to have it. I will post any links that people want me to post on rooms, like Telegram groups, but I don't want to step outside of my boundaries. I try to make sure that I give them permission to post stuff. So I try not to do it without permission from people and them saying, yeah, put this out there publicly. So as soon as I'm given permission to put certain links and put it out there, I'll be happy to do it. So we'll see what happens next week. But again, really tough, and especially for us that's been in the community a long time. And if you've been in a long, and I mean, he was in numerous groups, and sometimes if you see the icon or you saw some of the playlists, and you're like, I didn't know that he did that. You're like, and he's been in the APK world for like over a year, and I didn't realize that he was doing the APK work that he was doing. So you never know. People, this community, and I call it a community, it's a group of all kinds, hundreds and hundreds of people. And people will, it's like your ships that pass in the night. You work on projects together for a while, and you may be two ships that sailed right along. And everybody, things you're working, sharing, you're talking every day or every other day on projects. And then this person just goes off this direction working on this, and this person goes working on that. Not that you had a falling out. It's just that you started to work on a different project. You went a different direction. So that happens all the time in the community, and you don't realize. And sometimes people change their names, and you'll find out that this person now was this person. You're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And sometimes you can tell if you follow sometimes if you follow playlists, that's how a lot of times you can tell who people are. Sometimes if like an add-on crash goes away and there's a certain list, and then all of a sudden there's a new add-on pops up, and then that list pops up in this one, the exact same list. You're like, okay, so you're under this name. Now you're this person because you got your, because most people will carry their lists with them. So yeah, it's a really sad story. He was just a little bit older than me in Auburn. I mean, I know that I'm just a little bit older than Auburn. Just we called it. So hey, but I did get my support. I'm supporting.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yep. See,
you got it. Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
Nice shirt. I like the shirt.
It is. Yeah,
I like
nice.
the shirt. Yeah, it was only like $25 or something like that. Like $25, but supporting Kodi, even though Kodi doesn't really like me, trying to support him. It's kind of like your girlfriend that broke up with you, and you still claiming her as your girlfriend, but she ain't claiming you as her ex-boyfriend anymore.
Oh, you mean like me and Plex?
Yeah. No, like you and like you and Kodi, because you done forgot her.
No, actually, I went back. I thank you for that. Putting that that on your server, like we were talking about, so I can run it on my other machine. So that was great. So at least I got to play around with it. So I'm still messing with it.
Yeah, well, ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's fun. I mean,
although I'm still up to 4 a.m, loading up my Plex anyhow. But
yeah, well,
I need help. I need to create a group for that, maybe.
Yeah, I do think you need to do a Plexaholics.
My God, help me.
Yeah, but the problem is that none of you have gotten over it, so you're not helping unless one of you guys.
We're all screwed.
Unless you can have some 12-step or 7-step program where you're actually getting over it, you're not helping nobody.
Yeah, I know, because the thought of the time to even make up the steps is time me away from pulling more shit in.
This is what would happen in that group. So this group would be together, and it's like, yeah, I spent too much time on my Plex. Yeah, I download too much. Oh, I got to get another hard drive. Oh, did you get another hard drive? Yeah, I got this other hard drive. Oh, what kind of hard drive did you get? How much was it? Where did you get that at?
Did you get that drive? Okay.
I need to order that.
Let me order one.
Yeah, let me order one too. Oh man, I got this new movie. I got a whole series. What movie did you get? Oh man, I gotta get that movie too. So it's like if you got a bunch of crackheads together, you're all just like, hey, this is the crack I got this week. Look at this one. And the next person like, no, I got some good stuff. No, you ain't helping each other. You are not helping each other. So
it's bad. I need help.
Asif took the plunge
steps of Plex.
And took the plunge and got real debrid.
Oh, all right.
Sometimes I wonder,
Do you want to shoot yourself now for not
I
doing it
tell
when
people I
we
mean
tell you to do it?
we tell people and tell people and tell people. I mean, every show I talk about it. I've been
Hmm.
talking about it for years, and it's like people are like, oh no, I thought, and then they finally get like, oh man, it is that is great.
Hmm.
Yeah, we've been telling you.
Yep.
I mean, $3. It's
Yep.
not bad.
It's not.
Hey,
It's well worth it.
yeah, and it's just you know, you get that. It's like, oh my gosh, I do want to give a shout out to Wendy. Wendy, I've not been she's been looking for some shout outs. So I got to give a shout out to Wendy's with Imperial Streams. She's been a longtime friend of mine. And she's like, you know, in all the shows I've known you all these years, you never give me a shout out. So hopefully, Wendy, I'll have to pay attention. We're at 16 minutes. So she's going to say that I didn't give him a shout out. At 16 minutes, I gave Wendy a shout out. Really good. She does have a very inexpensive IPTV service, very, very inexpensive. So if you're interested in that, I can point you in her direction. But
Talk
longtime
about.
friend.
Oh, I'm sorry, but
Mhm.
talk about IPTV service. Funny thing is, it's been a month. My month just ran out, so of course I for that IPTV that I won last month. So I went.
Did you use it?
Yeah, I
Did you
did use
use
it.
it?
Yeah, I did use
Sure.
it. And
Okay.
as a matter of fact, I resubscribed today. Uh,
They got you. They
yeah.
got you.
Well, yeah, it worked a lot like
Yeah.
my other one, but I always knew I needed a backup.
Yep.
So that's why I did it. So I jumped in
it's
for 6 months for
yeah,
another script.
yeah, and it's a good sub, good quality. I
Mhm.
mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
not a 4K.
I have several
Mhm.
subs, and it does help to have some extras
Yeah,
because
yeah.
sometimes one
UFC
goes
nights,
down.
you know.
You never know. It
Yeah.
does, and it doesn't hurt if you think about what money you're not spending on cable
Right,
TV.
right. Yeah, because I don't, and that's
Um,
why it's so worth it for me.
yeah.
You
So,
know.
well, I'm glad that you liked it. I haven't
Yeah.
heard from none of the other people that did
Uh-huh.
they try it and what they
I
thought.
tried leaving him a message when I tried to so we'll see if he responds back to it because I
Eh,
created my own account, you know.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. I'm glad that
Yeah.
that worked out.
Uh-huh.
I know. Shout out to you. Thanks. It makes a big difference. And I'm telling you, people that what's it, $3 a month is what we figured that out. It is so
It
worth
is.
it.
It is.
It is. It's so worth it. And it's
And it's like for me now with Plex, I don't even notice anything, but if I do jump into any of that stuff to grab something, it's all there, because I've downloaded so much stuff.
and Orange Scuba has a good point. Fidelity points. Now, fidelity points are only earned after you buy the subscription numerous times. Also, if you can do it by if you use an affiliate link, you can create an affiliate link and say that if I posted that and then somebody bought a subscription,
Mhm.
then I can earn some fidelity points that way. And
Okay.
fidelity points can be used towards earning credits time. So I want to say months ago, my RD had gotten close to running out, and I saw that it was really close. And I used my fidelity points that I had stocked up because they don't go bad. I used my fidelity points to earn extra time, and so that's a great feature that they offer. So the longer you have a subscription, the more fidelity points. And they really did. They didn't even do a special at last Christmas. Remember that last Christmas they didn't do any
No.
deals, but I
No,
don't think
wait.
they
No,
needed to.
didn't they do one around Thanksgiving?
No, our Premiumized did.
Okay.
Premiumized
Well,
did.
Okay. All right. I
Premiumized
pay
offered
attention.
like the 2 years for $99.
Yeah.
But RD didn't. They didn't this Christmas. They didn't offer nothing.
Hmm.
Hi to Wolf Girl. Nice to see you.
I'm gonna say what's up to Penn, Professor.
Yeah,
What's
Professor.
up, brother? Yeah, he's out there.
Yep.
Glad you jumped in there.
So we got Red Lanterns over here.
Yeah.
Okay, and then he says he says I do need an XML and advanced buffer setting on a wizard setup. Yes, no. Uh, to be honest, I have never ran advanced settings to improve my settings on my
On
device.
your devices?
Nope, never.
No, not
I mean,
really.
there's
I
people
think
that
I
push
did
it.
it once or twice when I was on the PC, but this was back in, Kodi 16, 17, no, it's maybe even earlier,
Yeah,
16,
and some
16, 15.
And I know there is some people that, oh, you need to run advanced setting, oh,
Mm-hmm.
2 gig or below gig or that,
Uh-huh.
1 gig. I don't know. Maybe if you have a real low end device,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think it's more of a low end thing because, running on my PC, on a high end PC, I never had a problem
I run
streaming
my Shield.
anything. Yeah,
Never even
never had a
even
problem.
even my Fire Sticks I run because I get the Fire Sticks all the time for friends and family and
Hmm.
set them up. I've never had a problem, but I know that some
No.
people swear by it. Some
Uh-huh.
people, you watch their videos, up, you need to run that advanced setting. I don't
Hmm.
know. I never did in
You can't
mine,
even
but
get me to use a Fire Stick again. Really, because there's just so many apps I want to have. You know what I mean? And putting them on a Fire Stick to me just isn't worth it. You know what I mean? Because I just look at the space. It's only this much space on it.
yeah,
To begin
yeah,
with.
yeah.
I like a lot of space.
So Wolf Girl, again, she was real close friends with Luce when we were talking about Luce. Real close friends with Luce. So again, I apologize, and my sympathies go out to Wolf Girl and numerous people. I know Mook Dog. I've known him for years, and another close friend. So it just kills you when these people, especially when you work on some projects or do projects, and you're there every day working with these people. It is tough, tough, tough. So yeah, heart goes out to these people that have lost a close friend. Penn says, "I see you join the dark side." Yeah, 13 cents a day. Let's see. Jim has our. I noticed on Matrix it said today how many days I'd. Uh, for your RD, I know that some apps will tell you, or some add-ons will tell you that. Some don't. It depends on how the add-on is coded. Some, well, like I want to say Saren. And I think then I did see when you authorize it, it tells you more information.
Yeah.
Some other ones don't give you that information.
Right. Right.
So some of them, it'll actually put your username. Have you seen it where like have your
Uh-huh.
username in there on the settings?
But there's also that isn't there an RD app
There
that
is,
allows, yeah,
there is
that app is pretty neat because
Realizer.
that allows you to, go in and look at everything that you've already
Yep,
downloaded
yep,
and
yep.
just watch it from there. It's
Yeah.
pretty neat.
Yeah, you can go through and look at your history on that,
Yeah.
and well, as other add-ons can do the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a number of add-ons. There's some of them that goes to your RD history.
Hmm.
The Realizer, I think, lets you do that, but as well as some other add-ons will let you look at your RD history. If you add a torrent, like if you go in and add a torrent, I showed that on one of the videos I did,
Yeah.
adding a torrent, and it would show it in there, and so it's cached. It is the word isn't cached to your library. They call it something else. RD calls it something else. It's cached to your cloud.
Cloud. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
cached to your cloud. So some add-ons will allow you to access your cloud. Which, if they do, I know Fen did it. Shadow did. They had it. Maybe the Oath did it too. But there's a Saren, I think, was doing it. I don't know if it broke on the update to the newer code, but they used to do it. So there's a handful of them that allow you access, like you said, to the cloud, and that really is nice.
Hmm.
So let's see what else we got going on. Nice to see Lou, Marvin. Are all the builds still using Open Wizard? Yes, there is a new Open Wizard.
Yeah.
Slam did some coding on that. If you're on 18, all right, so 18 had Open Wizard. It had a modded version of Aftermath, and then had the Fire Guru Wizards. And Fire Guru Wizard was the main one that most used. So that one on 18. On 19, you have two options, which one is the Simple Wizard by Slamalus, and it is very basic. I mean, there's no nothing extra to it, just simple.
Mhm.
Hence the name Simple Wizard. And then there's now a new version of Open Wizard,
Open Wizard.
which Dr. Inferno did some
Inferno.
work, and then Slamalus finished the code. So that's why you're seeing builds on 19. So
Okay.
that is using Open Wizard. So yeah, Carl's saying that some use the modified Aftermath. Yeah. And let's see. Patty says, "What do you have on your TV?" That's my TV from, you guys remember last week I talked about my ambient lighting, which I should have had an affiliate link to Aldi Express, because there's many people that asked me for that link and I gave it to them, and now people have ordered it.
Yep.
That I should have had myself an affiliate link. It could have made me a little bit of ching. And did I tell you that YouTube tried to ding me for me posting links last week about AliExpress link?
Yeah.
I had the AliExpress link. People asked me, and I did some demo videos, just no talking, just the video playing it. And I put the URL.
Mm-hmm.
I got hit. YouTube hit me with "You've broken the rules by spamming, and you're sending people to harmful and spam sites." And it said, "This is strike number 2," because I'm on probation right now until May.
Mm-hmm.
It says strike number 2. You're banned for 2 weeks from uploading. You know how they say. And I'm like, I didn't even do nothing wrong. And then they removed it. So it was weird. They hit me with a strike and they removed it within a couple minutes. So I don't know if they
really like
it.
you for some reason, because I don't know why
they were quick.
Yeah, they're quick for you. Unlike some other people that we know. You know, I can't understand that.
Yeah, I know. It's so I don't know. Canuck Gal, she's got hers in the mail yesterday. Finally got mine in the mail. Okay, so she got hers. I know that Blue ordered one.
I ordered.
And the beach busted my balls on this. Still waiting on the tutorial to set it up. Well, and hey, and next thing you know, someone's going to bring up Elementum. I didn't do the video today. I was going to do Elementum video, but I'm gonna blame O'Neill, because I sat and talked to O'Neill for like an hour, a little over an hour before the show, and that was when my Elementum time was. So sorry, it's O'Neill's fault.
I don't know how you have the time. I say it all the time.
I don't know. Well, my wife doesn't live with me.
Yeah, true. But she's into it also. You know, she's into it more than anyone else. So you're the luckiest guy. You know, you two are going to be this great.
You're right about that.
You two are going to be great. You know, stuck in a house that it's covered with 80 feet of snow and you can't get out anyhow. You know.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be like, yeah, it's okay, babe. So nice to see Kodi apps. Yeah, we talked about real. Hey, we sat and spoke about real things. Yeah, we did, and it was I hadn't talked to Carl in a little bit. He's been so busy. Man has been busting his hump. So I was glad to talk with him and just chit chat, shoot the shit, and just having a good time. So let me look through here, make sure I'm not missing anybody. So yeah, it's just a good time. On that chit chat with him. I don't know if you watched any of my videos that I did today.
No, not today's.
So I did one. So folks, for you guys that are watching, so I have to dance around the YouTube thing. So my dance around, and this is how I'm trying to stay out of trouble, but still trying to show people stuff. So my thought process is I can't show builds or add-ons or incriminating things. So I'll do like a sample video on YouTube. I won't talk about hardly anything, which is pretty rare. I understand. I'll do a sample, just go through it. Very few things. Hey, but I won't show you anything. And then I use the links to my other channel. And my other channel, where I don't have the copyright police watching me on that other channel, I actually post, and you guys see the full video of what's going on. I showed the 4K add-on today. I showed Black Lightning today, and I showed Rogue One today. And I only put that on. That's only on the Cocoscope channel, but that's my thing. So like when you guys see something on YouTube, I'm only posting a small amount here, and I have to be very careful about what I post here, and then post anything that I'm more controversial over there. So I highly suggest you subscribing to my Cocoscope channel. Also, add a thing like, subscribe, add bell notifications for here, because if I post a video, sometimes you may see a notification and it'll be like a minute video on here to show you what I did over there.
Yeah.
So that if it's going to, and so, yeah, Stuart says 4K is awesome. So if you got if you're into 4K, that 4K add-on is beautiful. Very good add-on, direct links. And so that was one of the cool things about Black Lightning, 4K, and Rogue. They all used the Shadow base. So they used the Shadow add-on as their base. So it works 1819. So it's great that it works both platforms. And then they can add their gen lists. So they had their list from their gen from 18, and they're able to port that over or add that link, that URL to the Shadow 19 and create an add-on. Narcissist did a great job. I know 4K, he went through and got rid of, it doesn't even look like Shadow, because he got rid of all the other stuff that's in there. It's like just his add-on. I know that Black Lightning and Rogue One, they've got their list, but then they left the Shadow part in there. So if something's not in their list, you can roll back and use Shadow scrapers and use a scraper type of thing. So it gives you best of both worlds on that aspect. The 4K was, he's saying, hey, I got 4K, and that's, which, hey, it works. Click the links you watch, and I did the videos on it. I mean, clicks, and just in a few seconds, it's going to load that link and done.
So were you able to do that other thing that we were talking about with, clicking on a link yet?
Nope.
Okay. Because I noticed that you're able to do those links for the Cocoscope. I said, oh, great. I guess that, you're going to go there with that now. Okay.
No, not inside Kodi.
Okay.
Can't do it because it needs a player. I can do one. Remember we talked about I can do one link inside there, but I would have to create separate or just look at my whole channel. If I do my whole channel, it's like and like my channel. The thing about Cocoscope, the bad thing about it is I can't create playlists. It's all one playlist.
It's all one playlist.
So here's the newest to the oldest, and that's the only way you can do it. So that's the bad thing.
Too bad, unless, well, it's only oldest to newest. It's not even like sorted by
newest to
name,
oldest,
right? But it's not even sorted by name. So if you named them by number, then this way you can. No, you can't even do that.
It's in the order you put it in, and when you've uploaded it. Because I've even uploaded some old Streaming Matter shows. I transferred them over because last time I got my last strike, I was worried about them deleting my channel, so I moved a lot of old stuff over to have it archived.
Yeah,
but that's the downside. But the good side is, guess what? I can do all the videos, and I can show my titties if I really wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not sure. I can actually show anything from the chest chest up. So if anybody wants to see some dab titties, I can show some of them. Or I can get Auburn. I can get Auburn to come on and show a little titty action too.
Yep. Chocolate milk, baby.
Got something. Yeah. So we got to make it Cocoscope. It's Cocoscope is. Yeah, so I was looking to see if anybody's got any. Let's see. Saren's best kept secret is the personal playlist they have. I'll have to say I don't know if I've messed with their personal playlists. I'll have to look at that one. I don't believe I have messed around with that. Blah blah blah. Oh, hey, hold on. I didn't see Mr. Kodi apps hanging over here in the side.
Oh.
Let's see. So I didn't see him hanging over there, so I sent him a link.
Okay.
Sometimes it's hard to keep track.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need to no frontal nudity. I thought you could see frontal nudity in Cokescope. I don't know. I can't. Not I'd probably lose subscribers on that. So, if there's a Coke band, yeah, there's no Cokescope add-ons. Yeah, it's a. Oh, I could make a small playlist add-on to make a playlist. Yeah, I guess. Your sound's messed up again, Kodi.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm on it.
All right, he's on it.
Did you get the Windows update?
Nothing updates on my PC. Rubbish.
Oh.
Funny, I knew someone who was good with PCs.
So,
yeah, Seren, you mentioned Seren there. I've getting a few messages from people. I've not dug into it myself. Is Seren working okay at the moment on 19?
The last time
I've seen problems left, right, and centre with it popping up on forums.
Yeah, I was having some issues the last time I used it, but then he fixed those issues because you remember it was giving you that tracked warning, and then he fixed that, and then there was another thing, but it's been hit and miss, and I've kind of just backed off of it, to be honest.
Yeah, I think a few people have been reporting a few issues with it, which is, I'm sure he'll sort it out. I mean, obviously it's a great add-on, but yeah, just if you are struggling with that one, I'd suggest just trying a couple of other couple of add-ons. Yeah, well, there you go, Eltros. If it's working fine for you, great. But I do know a couple of people who are struggling with it at the minute, and I don't quite know why. So I need to dig into that myself. But I'm sure he's on it. I know he is. He's very active.
Yeah, he's a very active guy. He was one of the earliest ones getting into 19. I did get a message from the developer of The Oath. And he's in the process or doing some kind of changes to try to remove the TVDB. And he was saying he hopes that all goes well. Because I'm almost positive I saw that. It was right before the show. Let's see. Because I know the last time I was using the Oath today without a problems. Just realized the version with the TMDB indexer, TVDB was ditched. Let's see how that goes. So, yeah, that's going to be the next big hurdle for a lot of add-ons. Is this TVDB going paid? And if you had an API that was working and your add-on was pulling from TVDB, you're going to be screwed. And for people that are watching that don't know what to do, like TMDB, seeing all these initials, I don't know what that is. So, the TV database is a website that lists TV shows, episodes, fan art, thumb images, episode information, all of that stuff. You can go look up TVDB, and it's got all these TV shows and every episode, the number, the name of the episode. And a lot of add-ons use that website to pull the metadata, the thumb images, the backgrounds, what's the episode name? They use that as one of their sites. Another site that a lot of add-ons use is TMDB, the movie database. So TVDB, the TV database, had announced last year that they were going to go to paid, that they would have a subscription-based. And their API access to them would be on a per-person basis. You couldn't get an API like most add-ons now can get an API, which is like a key to access TVDB, and whoever has that key can access TVDB on that one key. TVDB is going to say, or has said, well, they're going to do it this month, that one person per key. So what that means is that each person has to have a key, and each person would have to sign up for it. So a developer of an add-on could not get one key and it worked for everybody. It would work for one person. So a lot of add-ons have to remove that dependency on the TV database. And they're moving to TMDB because the movie database actually supports TV as well as movies. It has both. Its TV section was not as good or is what's the word I'm looking for?
Complete, but
Yeah,
but I think,
yeah.
but I think it is. It's pretty extensive. I use
It is.
TMDB.
Yeah, it is. It is really good, but there were some things where people would say, "Oh, this and that's missing." Some of your more obscure shows were missing stuff, and that was a complaint that some people would complain that some things were missing. But I know that Tracked, again, another kind of site that we all use, Tracked is actually when TVDB announced they're going to pay. Track said, "We're going to put all of our effort into TMDB and to try to fill in those gaps." The missing data. And they were asking their members on one of the things I saw, they said, we're looking for people to help fill those gaps. If you find an episode that don't have information, if you can find it on TVDB or somewhere else, submit that information. If you see that there's a thumb image missing, submit that thumb image to the movie database.
They want us to do the work for them.
Well, kind of, but the thing is that it's good. The better that you get TMDB,
right,
it helps everybody.
Yeah.
It's more of like they're wanting the community to help. And again, like Kodi App said, it's not, let's say they're at like 95% good, or they're 95, but it's just missing here and there.
Here and there. Yeah, which it is. It's just missing here and there.
Yeah.
So it's not like it is missing that much.
Isn't that the cornerstone of open source? So, collaboration.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be, and if everybody does a little part, it helps everybody. Why do people make an add-on that they make not a dime off of? You're trying to help other people, and that's what they're hoping for. But there's a lot of add-ons that are going to have TV issues. When TVDB does that, there'll be problems. You watch, and they haven't. They've not done it yet.
I think it's a good and bad thing. I mean, obviously with Kodi-19 Matrix coming out, and I'm not saying everyone should move across that, far from it, but I think with Kodi-19 Matrix coming out, it's a perfect opportunity for everybody to upgrade, get their add-ons up to par, and if a few older add-ons drop away because they're not updated to the movie database, and they're still hanging on to the old ones, well, I'm sorry, but the old ones will fall away. I think you're right, Diana. I think TMDB will start to change, and I think it's only going to get better.
To charge. She's saying charge.
Yeah, well, charge. They may, but if they do, they do. But everybody's has to sort of evolve. The scene is always evolving. Add-ons are always evolving. Code is evolving. So you've got to keep up. And it's a shame if we lose some old add-ons, but you've just got to keep moving forward.
Yeah, got to keep moving forward. Right.
Yeah, and it's the thing about this. This is a hobbyist hobby. When people think this is your cable replacement, not really, because you're going to need to do a little homework. Unless you, and again, even if you get a build, you got to do a little homework on that build to know which build's keeping up. So this is a hobbyist thing. So if you're not willing to put in a little effort, you're going to struggle. So you've got to put in some effort here, guys. I mean, I try to put videos out, but there's times where I'll make a video on something and people would watch part of the video and then post a question about the thing I talked about in the video, and they'll ask a question. I'm like, well, did you watch that till the end of the video? I actually talked it. Well, I watched part of the video. Like, it wasn't for Dabs. That wasn't a long video. It was only 12 minutes long.
That's not long for you.
Yeah, and you didn't watch it till the end. You wouldn't have to ask those questions. But we are in an attention span. It's short attention spans.
So what we say.
Yeah, exactly. So, most people don't want to do it. I see Heather had a question. Does no live TV add-on work in 19? Kodi Apps, you could speak to that one.
Yeah.
Live add-ons. Well, I think there's not many. I think there's a few sort of dug in deep. I don't like to sort of pull out individual add-ons, but I know probably the best one at the moment for a general add-on is probably Cloud9 are doing some sports stuff, but I think Catch Up TV and more on Kodi 19. They've got a lot of channels, but I don't think there's an out-and-out IPTV add-on as yet. And as much as I don't like to promote them, I think if you're serious about live IPTV, you've got really two options. You can go with the sort of the A stream route on a peer-to-peer basis, or you can go for a paid IPTV service, whichever is your preference. But let's be honest, I mean, does anybody actually watch live TV apart from sports?
Yeah.
Does anybody have a need for live TV anymore? I can't remember. We've got a Humax, like a PVR thing. It's sat in the corner. We don't watch anything on it. We watch on demand. We stream what we want. We watch TV, our favorite TV shows. We watch our movies. But live TV is, apart from sport, which again, there's plenty of add-ons out there covering sports, as well as the peer-to-peer options as well. Why even bother? That's just my opinion.
Yeah, you're right. What do you think, Aubin? I mean,
I like my IPTV service for sports, for news information, like the news channels.
Yeah.
And that's it. All my shows come to my Plex. Yeah, I don't care about anything else. It's not like I would use it to, watch something that's on HBO or something like that. Not gonna.
All right, and I'm gonna drive up to Canada, and I'm gonna have to smack Canuck Gal.
Well,
live YouTube is where it's at. Please tell me it's. I hope that she's not talking about what's it, YouTube Live. Is that
YouTube Live where you're paying for it?
Where you pay what's it? Is it $60 or no?
She's got to be
$69. Yeah, it's got to be what, $69 now.
I'm so mad at that stupid ad because I want to get rid of it because every time I open up my damn YouTube, there it is. It's like, how many times do I got to say no?
Yeah. But I will say, I'll drop names. Sports HD again. As Kodi said, you're kind of leaning towards the sports side with live TV right now. Sports HD, sports only. The Cloud9 does the best job, but it does not have all the channels. And I did a video and I showed it where it's a lot of sports stuff. Now, Catch Up TV, I wouldn't give it 2 cents for. And I say that in the nicest way because the channels they offer were very limited. Now, I'm in the U.S. I looked at the channels. It was ABC News, which was certain programs. It was like certain programs. Not everything, just certain ones. It had like bits and pieces of U.S. stuff. You're not going to watch Discovery. You're not going to watch the History Channel. You're not going to watch.
Whoa! I like those channels. Just steady on.
Yes. I love those channels. But what my point is,
you're not going to watch it.
You're not going to watch it on Catch Up.
You're going to stream those
because Catch Up TV don't have those channels. True. Catch Up TV didn't have any of that. They had it was like ABC News Channel, which look up ABC News Channel. You'll find it doesn't have a lot. And again, they were limited to what they have. Now this is in the Kodi apps, or not Kodi app. It's in the Kodi repo. This is in the official Kodi repo. And so keep that in mind. It's offered in the Kodi repo. So what are they offering? Are they going to offer what you're looking for? You're not going to find ABC, the Desperate Housewives, or I don't know, whatever channel that's, or the Bachelorettes on ABC. So you're not going to find that live. So you're kind of forced.
Why would you want to? You can watch it an hour later on any quality that you want anyway. So why even bother?
Yes. And one of the things, and I'm with you on the YouTube commercials. The YouTube commercials are terrible. Yeah. And the other thing is I watch the news maybe once or twice a week on my day off. Now today I didn't even watch it, but most of the time on my day off, I'll turn on the TV for the like Good Morning America, and I'll watch it. And oh my gosh, the amount of commercials
Yep.
blows me
Yep.
away because
Yep.
we're all used to not seeing commercials.
Mm-hmm.
We're so used to it, and the amount of commercials, I'm like, good grief, how
It's
the hell can
insane.
you watch that many commercials?
It's insane.
I mean, what's an hour show is 20 minutes
20
of
minutes.
commercials.
Yep.
Commercials, and then
Yep.
people bitch when they want to use Kodi, UK Turks, and they got to watch a 30-second ad,
Yeah, I did.
and they have a freak out. How dare I gotta watch this damn ad?
Mm-hmm.
If you watch, and then that's an idea also.
That's
There
why I
is some
can't
APKs
understand.
that have live.
Right, but I still can't understand why people just won't go for the IPTV service, because it's worth paying for, and a lot of them, they have all of the TV catch ups up and everything, and
Well,
movies.
Well, it's certainly cheaper than paying for a cake. I don't know what you
Right.
pay guys over there, but in the UK we're paying like 50 quid, which is probably like 70-80 bucks a month, just to watch some live TV. And when it's
Right.
stuff you can get, and
Right.
I'll grant you, sports and news, which they're the only two things.
Those only things that are worth watching live.
Unless you're like watching horse racing channel and you got some money on it or something, I don't maybe. But other than that, I can't think of anything you want to watch live. I'll even go so far as to say live TV, other than sports, is dead.
Right. I hear you there.
I mean, if it wasn't for the ease of the other stuff. Red 79 says IPTV free add-on for 19 has some, and there's a 19 of TV One. I haven't tried TV One. Is TV One in the Kodi apps though? Or I mean,
is
that the Kodi?
I don't know.
I'm almost positive.
I'm
thinking TV One.
I think
thought
it
that
is
was
there.
I think it's a
TV One's on Kodi 18 Matrix. I don't think it's made it to 19 yet.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah,
Good add-on though. Very popular.
Yeah, I haven't messed, but right now there's just a handful. So you've got your options again. You can stick to 18. You've got plenty of options. 19, you're going to have a handful of your sports. You're going to have the two big sports ones. The two big sports, which is Cloud9 and Sports HD, and then you've got APKs. So, you've got your APKs. There is numerous APKs that have live TV. So you can go that route. But again, people going to complain about an ad. So I don't know. I know that
you could just not bother.
Yeah, I know Kodi apps actually removed, not Kodi apps. I keep seeing your name and I keep,
We'll change it for you.
Kodi.
You the beach?
UK Turks.
Damn,
I just finished my first big beer, and that ain't. This is not even close. So Turks, he took away the ads from his IPTV section. So that is an APK you can install and you can watch live TV, but that's hit and miss when you're talking free. So maybe they have your channel, maybe they don't. Maybe there's buffering on that channel, maybe there's not. But what are you out? You're not out nothing.
Right,
if you want to watch live TV.
Right.
If you don't, you just so.
But that's why I think I got addicted to the paid IPTV, because I know I'm not paying for the cable, and able to be able to get any of those channels if someone comes over and they say, oh, they wanted to watch that channel. There you go. But look at all these 8,000 other channels you can watch. You know what I mean? It's I think the only way to go.
Could I ask you a question though? On in my experience, and I've used a lot of these paid IPTVs, and I think they're great. They offer a service for the type of person who's looking for that, and I ain't got a problem with that. But when it comes to pay-per-view, which is their big sort of flagship event,
that's why you need.
The experience I've had, they don't all cover them as well as they could do, and I know a lot of guys who struggled to get a good stream on a pay-per-view service, and they're paying good money for it, and they're waiting up till 3 a.m. in the UK, 5 a.m. to watch the latest boxing, and they've been let down by those services. So you got to be very careful which one.
I know which one you go for, because I've been lucky. with mine. I really got to give them credit.
Yeah.
I've been really lucky with them, and they, I get all my pay-per-views. I know Todd could sit there and keep screaming that his stuff went out. He's having a party, and I don't have the heart to tell him that. Oh, I'm seeing it fine. I'm
No,
getting
I used Stalker back then. In all fairness, I was using Stalker. So just saying. And
well, I know you was
I've been there
trying to watch the McGregor fight, and
there.
I was able to get it fine.
Well, I would propose an alternative for people who don't want to pay. If you've got a VPN, have a look at the Ace Stream links. They always cover the major pay-per-views.
Right.
You very rarely go wrong. Hey, you might be listening to it in Vietnamese or something, but at least you'll see the action.
At least you get to the action. Right.
You'll have a good stream. And that's an alternative
Uh-huh.
to doing the paid IPTV, which when all said and done can be a bit hit and miss depending on the services. Mileage may vary. Some are better than the others, but the average Joe doesn't know the good IPTV service from the next one, to be fair.
Right.
Well, yeah, and that's why I usually have. And I like Canuck Guy. The only live show that we do is Streaming Matters. This is the live show you need to be tuned in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and most of the time it's sports. People, this is sports. That's what you're looking for. And if you're on 18, you're good. I mean,
yeah.
There's so many. There's things. There's so many that are on point, and there is numerous services, and people are thinking, well, I got to pay because there was some services back. Well, I don't even know if they're still charging, but back some of those big services that were charging people $40 and $50.
Yeah, that's crazy
for an IPTV service, and it was like, there was people at my work, and they're like, oh, I'm paying $50. For gears. And I'm like, huh? And this is straight. The guy told me, he goes, yeah, I pay, it was like $45 or $50 for gears. I'm like, what? And he goes, yeah, I got 4 connections. And then the TV guide, which was Mayfair, whatever it was. I said, what? I was just, my head was just like,
ready to
what?
explode,
Oh my God, $50. I said, you could have bought like 3 services for that. Or so there's plenty of options.
Well, for that money, sometimes you might sort of go with the train of thought. Well, you might have if you're paying for one service and you're saving a ton of money, you might want to pay for 2 and just like edge your bets, especially if you're looking for them pay-per-view events.
Right. That's why I got a second one. Exactly. I didn't have a problem with it, but my first one. But I figured, let me always have a backup. I'm sorry, $50 for 6 months. How could I go wrong?
Exactly. The smart people get 2 or 3, 2 or 3 things, and always have a couple of backups. Especially if you've got a few mates round and you're watching the big fight. You don't want to be that twat who lets everybody down. You make sure you've got all angles covered.
And I've even found that sometimes there's a show that I watched that I can't find streamed yet. I can't find the file yet. But if I go on my IPTV service, they always have it. You know what I mean? And I can just watch it from there until, I'm able to, get the file. But I really like it.
Yep.
Yeah, you've obviously got a good one. Carl raises a good point there.
And this is a very valid point. Because too many people claiming to have an IPTV services, but they are resellers and powered in a VPN. So what that means is, let's say I am an IPTV service, and I've got Dab's IPTV service, and I get the streams and whatever. So it's coming from me. But then Albin comes along and says, hey, Dabs, can I get a bunch of credits on you? I'll pay you X amount, and you give me them credits. And I'm like, sure. I'll give you the credits. You give me the money. You're good to go. Now, with his credits, he goes and rebrands it. He calls it Albin TV. He calls it Albin TV, puts it out there as Albin TV, sells it for whatever. He makes however much it is. He creates it. Well, then all of a sudden, Kodi Apps comes along and says, hey, I want to have one too. He gets some credits from me again, and then he rebrands it and sells it. So we got 3 different services. So if you're a person, you bought 3 services, one from each of us, and then I go down.
Right.
Guess what?
All 3 of us are going down.
All 3 went down because
Yep.
because all three goes down because guess what? It all came from me. Yeah, so
Mhm.
that is a downside of some of this. The way that sometimes doing your research.
Mhm.
I know that paying yearly is always cheapest.
Don't do that. Never do that.
But yeah, I was going to
I've
say,
been lucky because the one that I have has never gone down, and I've been
that's good.
paying yearly.
Well, you touch wood, Orban. Touch wood, mate. You know, fingers crossed for you. You've
Yeah,
obviously got
because
good one there.
I've been there. I've been the guy
Uh-huh.
that paid for a year
Mhm.
and got hit, lost. But I also looked at it. You know, I'm like, what did I gain from that over the years?
Mhm.
That's
Right. You have to
what
look
I
at that
did.
too.
So I always suggest to people pay month because you're going to pay more. But if it shuts down next week, then you're not out nothing.
I
If
understand.
you paid for a year and it gets shut next week, you're going to be kicking yourself because I paid this much. So you are committed to a amount of risk in this type of situation.
Yeah.
You're accepting that risk. When
Mhm.
you invest money in the stock market, you accept the risk that guess what? That stock might go to crap. And
Right.
guess what? I lost my money. Most people say, "Oh, I'm willing to take that risk." So when you get into this realm of money and you're putting your
Yeah.
money down, you're accepting some risk. And so you have to decide, is my risk worth the reward? Is my risk that if I spend $60, I get the whole year?
Right.
Or I'm gonna
That's the
pay,
way I
or I'm
look
gonna
at
pay
it. Or I'm like, what am I going to do? Pay the cable
10
company?
yeah,
You know, that's the way I
or
look
if you
at it.
or the other option is you're gonna pay $10 a month.
Mhm.
And if it goes down after a month, you came out to the good. But if
Right.
it lasts a year,
Mhm.
you lost money.
Right.
So you got to decide what that risk is.
Yeah.
I don't promote any on this screen.
Right.
I
I
don't or
know.
on this show. If people
I don't want to give
message
mine up
me,
because I don't want them to go away from me.
if
I'm
people
sorry,
talk
everyone
me,
out there. Don't even bother
Yeah.
asking me. Okay.
if people hit me up one on one,
After show,
I'll hit you. I talk to people one on one if that's the things that they want. But again, I'm not an affiliate. I don't get credits from people from doing this and that. So that's why I try to keep it as best as I can. Let's see. All
Hey
right,
there,
so
Nature Man.
Nature Man, what's up?
Yeah,
He's got a new build out. You checked it out on 19. Looks very nice.
Yeah, I actually did a review on it, or not a review,
you
a
have
showcasing today.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, on Cocos.
I did a showcasing of that today. So, yeah.
Nice build.
Look at, I saw that 9,000 customers and 4,000 resellers.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it can happen.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's these things you take it with a grain of salt.
With a grain of salt.
Bob wants to know, do you have a link to the screensaver you're running on your TV?
We put it up there last week.
No, for the one I'm running now. Hold on a
Yeah.
second.
Blue put it up there.
Is this one? No, I don't know if I had this
Yeah,
one.
because I have that file also.
Oh, do you?
No, I'll
post it in there.
I'll have to post it to private for you.
Is it a
And then you can
screensaver
put
or
it
is
up.
it YouTube? I thought it was a YouTube.
That's YouTube.
It is YouTube. It's a YouTube,
Okay.
but it's like an hour long.
Okay.
Because all right. So Carl must post it. There you go. Thank you, Carl.
Oh, you posted
So
it?
yeah,
Okay,
I
thanks.
posted it because it's like an hour long. So I figured it's pretty seen. Waiting
Yeah.
for all my friends to be cool like me. And did you see? Oh wait, shit! Sure enough,
had a
I
couple
said
other
something.
ones.
Look at, I said something and it stopped.
And they're going out, yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
Now this one does it, but it doesn't do the It doesn't do the long.
Lag.
Hold on. Let's do this one. I think this is the one I had. Yeah, we haven't been an hour, so maybe I have been an hour.
That's
Okay.
an hour now.
So maybe that's why it ended.
Yeah.
So yeah, good stuff. Hey, one of the things I did want to mention about UK Turks, and I forgot to mention it, is that he's going to offer adult content, and that's never been offered in his add-on. I don't think. Kodi Apps, do you remember him having any adult ever?
No, when I'm casting my mind back, I don't think he was ever known for that. I think there was a few other guys that sort of cornered that market, so to speak. But yeah, Turks, not that I recall, no.
And look, Cosmics was in here a little earlier. You want to talk about corner of the market? Where's what's it? Jizz.
Thanks, wants to be.
But yeah, I think that he messaged me the other day and said that was going to be in the works, that he was going to add that with you would have to put a pin in.
Mm-hmm.
So there was actually going to be a pin. So take a look at. I don't know if he released it yet. He actually messaged me that about 2 weeks ago. I forgot to mention it last week, so that may already be in it. But I looked and it's still at 1.0.4 on the Meta Apps website. So I don't think he's updated that to the adult stuff, but he's looking to have some adult content.
Yeah, keep it away from the kids. Let's hope he gets a pin on it.
Yeah, he will. He did post that it was going to have a pin. So yeah, Turks, it's hard to find. Yeah, I know he told me it was on Twitter. He sent me a message and said that they would add, he would have a pin to it. So it wasn't going to be easily accessible. You have to set that up before it's available.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Brenda, thank you for the builds that you all make. There are so many great builds out there. And Brenda, Kodi Apps can speak to it too. There's a lot of people that have moved over to the 19. I've just skimmed the surface of the 19s. To be honest, I am so between work and coming home and resting and then trying to do some videos on add-ons. I haven't done my work on builds because I am focused on, because I feel like add-ons are more important right now to get that information out. So I've held back from doing a lot of build videos, but there's a lot of builds that are popping up. I mean, a lot.
Well, we're in that transition stage, aren't we? And we've been here several times before, you know.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, absolutely. Nobody's saying you should move across to 19 if you're happy with the build you've got and the add-ons that are on that build and everything's working well. Hey, leave it as is. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But at the same time, there's guys pushing the envelope, as they say, and I've opened up another feature this week as well. That's what I've been working on. I've been doing skins and themes, and I'm starting to sort of get into that a little bit more. And there's quite a few guys sort of putting some effort into the Kodi 19 skins and themes side of things. So check that out, have a look, changing the look of things. But yeah, there's a lot of, obviously, there's a lot of wizards now going across to this open wizard system. So, and I think we'll see a gradual migration of builders and developers in general, just migrating across to 19. But there's no rush. And if you're happy with what you've got, stick with it. But if you do go to there you go, there's a skin section. So, but if you want to have a change, there's videos in here, a little bit of description. Check them out. You might fancy something different. If you've got an NVIDIA Shield, I could highly recommend. Is it DJ Themes at number 3? That one right there. Yeah, he's got an NVIDIA Shield theme.
Yeah, I just loaded that one up and it's gorgeous.
It is a nice theme, isn't it?
Nice. Really nice.
So it's something you can do. Get a few add-ons going, put that theme on, and have some fun with that. And so there's a lot of things going on with builds and add-ons in general. But the message is, there's no rush to upgrade. But if you do want to sort of be on the hobbyist end of things and at the cutting edge, check it out, have a look, have a play, pull things apart, load things up. Can't hurt anything. Worst case scenario, you're going to do a format and start from scratch. But yeah, I do like this thing. But there's a lot of nice, skins to have a play around with as well. And of course, you can just put a skin on top of an existing build and change it. So have a play. But I always say the best builds, and people say, "Oh, what's the best build? What's the best build?" I hate the word best, but the best build is generally, in my opinion, the one you put yourself together. You'll put your own skin on it, you'll put your own stamp on it, you may add some your own backgrounds, and you'll put your own favorite add-ons on there. Hey, it's not as hard or as daunting as you think it is. And it is a hobby, and that's what that's why we like to sort of play around with these things. But yeah, have a look, check it out, see what you think.
But I will say, as well as Plex, highly addictive when you start creating your own build, it can be highly addictive because, as Kodi app says, you will install and you start with a skin. And you're like, oh, let me change this. Oh, I don't like that background. I'm going to change this. Oh, let me add these add-ons. You know what? I need a sub menu that takes me to this section of a build because I always use this section. So I want a shortcut to that.
Yep.
And next thing you know, you're dabs and you done created a build and you're pushing it. And now you got created your second or third. It's addictive. So you've been warned. But I do like that you showing these skins, and because people are complaining about there wasn't enough skins out there, but there is.
Yes,
and each of them have their own look, and so you kind of have to figure out what fits your taste.
And themes, as we say, not just about skins.
Themes.
These are right out of the box, and you just add a few add-ons and away you go. So I'm hoping anybody's got a wizard, a 19 wizard that's got some skins or themes that they want to share and get out there. Hey, hit me up and I'll do a video and get them out there for you.
Yeah, and one of the things. So people may ask, what's the difference between a theme and a build? All right, a theme is a skin that has some modifications. Like DJ does themes, and let's say this right here's a perfect theme. So this is not a skin. This is off of a Silvo. It says Silvo Light skin. So that's the skin he's using, but he's changed the theme. So he changed the background. He changed all kinds of different stuff in this to make it look different. There's no add-ons in this.
In there, there's nothing in there.
Right. A build will come with a skin and a theme, but it also comes with all the add-ons you need. Theme basically comes with you've got to do all the work to make it look or make it to have the add-ons you want. So that's the difference between a build and a theme. Themes you got to do more work. It's just giving you the base to work with. And DJ, who's been on the show numerous times, beautiful job with some of his themes. He doesn't. I mean, he goes the extra mile with with this art and like he had
and the icons and
changes the icons. And I mean, even goes to this. Look at the lights.
Yeah,
the stage lights.
No, what's even better than that is that he allows you to make the change to turn them on or off.
Oh yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, so that's out there. I wanted to take a look at any of the. This is one of the things I had wrote down to take a look at what some of the people say. What's Kodi 19 available? These are the add-ons.
Someone out there was just asking if Thomas was asking if is it possible to get Kodi 19 on a Raspberry Pi?
I think Raspberry Pi runs just about anything you can throw.
Right, I know. Yeah.
Is LE? I bet you Libre Elect. Libre Elect is right on point. I bet you if you download Libre Elect, which is that is your OS, and it's a Kodi base, and it runs under
everything.
It runs. So if you look up Libre Elect, I bet you they've went to Kodi 19.
Yeah.
Let me look up
on Kodi.
I'm gonna look up Libre, and I bet you is Mid still in there because he would know.
Yeah, he was there.
So Libre Elect is running. I'm looking.
Be right back. Gonna get a drink.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a look at. It's running. Libre Elect is at 9.2. It doesn't tell me if that's Kodi 19.
Oh, I was just gonna go with the Kodi site and see if
you can't
a copy for 19.
Okay, so Libre Elect is not moved to 19 yet.
Okay.
So I'm looking at Libre Elect, which that would be the one I would suggest would be LE, the initials LE, which is Libre Elect.
Okay.
It's showing 18.9. There's a couple different versions of it, but they are not showing 19 yet. So I would have to say that's a negative Ghost Rider.
All right.
Because I would not go with the other. What's the other? There was another version, and I cannot recall. I can't recall the other one. There was another OS. There was another
Carl says yes. K19 LibreLec runs on Raspberry Pi. There's a modded beta version out.
Oh, it's a mod. All right,
But
so
it
yeah,
isn't
I was
stable.
looking on.
But
Yeah,
it
I
isn't
was
stable.
okay. Thank you, Carl. I was looking at their regular site, I guess, on their main page, and it was showing the stables. So yeah,
Okay.
so it's not stable yet. So yeah. That Alvin run, great son of a clone, and it is that comes from the Exodus-ish Exodus Oath Revolution, that type of layout. So let's see. I got to turn off those. For me, I get those. Damn, giving me information of those pop-ups. So it messes up my chat over here. Okay, so I thought there was a beta. Couldn't find it. Yeah, Renegade. There probably is a beta, but you have to dig for those betas. They usually don't put them on the front page. And
Right, you got to dig in there for them.
You got to look for them because they don't want to push it because
there's
going to be problems. And as Kodi App said earlier, if you're on 18, don't rush to get 19. There is some differences and some things that some people say, oh, look, it runs Atmos better. Or it runs this and that better. Sure. But are you going to be able to get all the other stuff you want? I mean, I mean, do you get your live TV that you want? If that's only on 18, then there's no reason to jump over to 19. So I have a fork on my Shield. I have a Kodi 19 fork, and I have that. Watch my video that I showed you how to install a fork. If you go to that list, it has a fork of Kodi 19. You can install it. If you had Kodi on your device, it does not mess it up.
No, not at all.
It stands alone. And you can mess around with it to your heart's delight. And if it gets jacked up and gets to be crap, delete it, install it again, or delete the data and start again. And no harm, no foul.
Nope.
And yeah, so I highly suggest people go that route if you're wanting to mess around with 19 or I want to try these builds, this and that. Hey, do it, but don't do it as your stable home device.
And don't forget, it's not all about Kodi. Obviously, with Streaming Matters, obviously we are Kodi centric, but there's this ton of APKs out there that are doing some cracking jobs. So check out APK Time. That's one of mine, but I keep all the latest on there as well. And there's honestly, I can name about 10 APKs that are covering live movies, TVs as well. And if you want to treat Kodi just as a hobby, which a lot of you do, have it as a side hobby. But the APKs are also providing a lot of good content for you as well, especially if you've got the Debrid premium services as well, of course.
Yeah, I'm looking at you got 85 APKs on your APK Time listed.
85 in the app. It must. I think I'm running about 250 apps.
Because you're running tools. This is just
tools as well.
Trending.
Just the video stuff. The live and the movies and the TV shows, of course. There's probably like nearly 100 of them.
Yeah. So because on the APK Time, one of the pluses of APK Time is that you're able to sideload stuff. So people are like, I don't know how to sideload. If you get APK Time on it, then you're done. Once you give it, you have to give it permission. But once you do that, you can install and try things, get tired of it, get rid of it, try something else. And from mouse toggle? You got VPNs on there?
I've got a lot of categories on there, and I try and keep. Well, obviously, I try and update. I think it gets updated every day Worst case scenario, every other day, unless I'm on a holiday, of course. But so it gets updated a lot. So certainly have that as an option, and File Link as well. Obviously, if you've got some good, some great stores out there on File Link as well, of course. So make sure you got a few of those going. Cover your bases. You know, have a Kodi 18, have a Kodi 19 fork to play around with. You know, get APK time, play with some APKs, get File Linked. You know, get some stores going. Give yourself as many options as you can. You know, people who listen to me, they know I sometimes bang on about peer-to-peer. If you've got a VPN, check out Ace Streams. You know,
Hey, he likes, and still haven't done my video on Elementum.
No, you haven't. You know, but you know, I'm a big fan of that. But all I'm saying is to people, you know, have as many options open to you as you can. If you've got a paid IPTV service, that's great. You know, if you're happy with it. But I guarantee at some point, you know, with a lot of them, not all of them, with a lot of them, they will let you down when you most want them. And that's when you want to back up. When you're ready at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, you stayed up all night and you'll be drinking rum and you're just keeping one eye open trying to watch that big fight, as we have to in the UK. If you're trying to do that, the last thing you want is buffering. So you want another option. And that's all I'm saying to people. Keep your options open. There's a lot of apps. There's a lot of Kodi add-ons. There's a lot of Ace Streams out there. You know, get on top of this stuff if you're serious about it.
And Kodi Apps is great. And some people may be saying, he says Ace Streams, he says P2P. So for me to explain that, so Ace Streams uses a torrent-based idea, so it's peer-to-peer, and you don't have to, but I would suggest, I'm sure Kodi Apps would suggest to, a VPN, because you want to mask your IP address, because when you're doing peer-to-peer, you're downloading parts of it, but you're also sharing part of it. And that's how let's say I won't say million, but well, millions of people can all be streaming one program or one event, is because everybody is sharing the bandwidth. It's not coming from one site. Everybody shares it, and this person gets it and then shares it with this person. But the downside of that is that your IP address is accessible. It's visible to everybody else that's part of your group. So when you use Ace Streams or Elementum, was it Elementium?
Either worked, I think.
Yeah.
No, it's not Elementium. It's Elementum, isn't it?
Elementum. I was trying to think of how it's spread out. But peer-to-peer, you want to use a VPN and protect your IP so that you mask who you are. So that if somebody was to be watching that swarm and saying, who's using this material, we're going to send letters to these people's ISP, you're hidden behind a masked IP. You're given a fake one. So you can use any of those Ace Streams, and they work great. You got to use a VPN. And I hope over the next few weeks, I do plan on, I really need to dive deep into it. And I hope if I do videos on Ace Streams and Elementum, please, please, please watch the whole video. And this is not about me trying to, because Cocoscope makes me jack shit. Zero, nothing. But watch the whole video, because I want you to be safe. I don't want you to be streaming product or streaming things and get yourself in trouble. And you say, Dabs, I was listening to you, and look at, I got a letter from my ISP. If you're going to use these products, will it work? Sure it will. It'll work great. But protect yourself. Be safe. So when I do those videos, please follow the guides. Get behind a VPN, and some VPNs are better than others, and that'll be for another show. But you can watch, and the content is unbelievable on Ace Streams. Kodi Apps loves how they say there's so much content there, but you have to hide your IP address. You've got to hide it.
Wear a condom.
Yeah. It's like, well, there's a lot of analogies that just went through my head, and I just said, you know what? I think I'm going to pump the brakes right here, because I maybe 2 more beers, I probably would have not pumped the brakes right there. But I'm going to pump the brakes, and yeah, protect yourself. Be a little, you can do whatever you want as long as you're being safe about how you do it. So,
but it's fair to say, could anyone disagree that Ace streams and peer-to-peer and torrent streams in general are the best streams out there? Does anybody disagree?
Yeah. No.
Very hard to.
I remember years ago. When I first heard about Ace streams, this was when I was still in NAN, and we were talking about Ace streams, and I did some videos on Ace streams way back before YouTube got all up in arms, and I did some videos on Ace streams, and I remember Lee talking about it, and Lee's like, if we could do these different things, people would have. You cannot stop the quality. The non-buffering, the 4K, the things that we would be able to do. He said, if you're using Ace streams, because it's not coming from one place. Everybody is kind of sharing that load.
Mm-hmm.
And so when everybody shares the load, you don't have to have some massive server feeding 100,000 people, because 100,000 people are feeding a little bit to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
If that's how it works.
Yeah.
So I remember he wanted to do some stuff on that, but at that time he was at that point of, I don't know if I want to get myself in trouble.
I'm not saying everyone should jump on that. All I'm saying to people is keep your options open, and be ready for anything, especially if you're coming up to a big pay-per-view event. Mm-hmm. That's all.
Yeah, definitely.
Eddie, you might need to refresh it, because I see Alban moving. Yeah, Eddie might just So it is. It definitely. And we keep, when Alban talked about having a couple different services. Sure, I got services. Yep. All right. So I'm a service whore, and I got Premiumized and I got RD.
Yeah, me too. We're brothers, man. Hey,
yeah. I mean, because Premiumized was on sale for $99 for 2 years. I couldn't say nope.
Nope.
And, so
that's my life.
And so I have that, and I still got RD. RD is easy for me to set up in and off, and I'm using these when I'm doing videos. I tend to use RD because I feel like it's the one that more people use, and more people can relate with it. And to me, and I don't want haters, but to me, I feel like RD has more content available, cached. It seems like it when I've done searches, even if in Premiumized will have movies, but it seems like I'll click on Wonder Woman and there's 160 RD cache links. I can go to Premiumized and it'll have 50. Now I only need one, so maybe I'm being but.
I do like the fact that you can just go to a torrent website, and I use Magnet DL as one of my favorites, and I can just slap that, and I do want to just copy the Magnet link, put it in Real Debrid, and what my go-to at the moment is I put it in Real Debrid, and I can either use the Real Debrid app within my Android TV on my Shield, or I'm using Shadow at the moment, to be honest with you. So props to AA, catchy name, props in for that, and I'm just straight in there, my RD history, and it's there. So that is a very simple way of using Debrid. I know Stuart there, he's mentioned he's talking about getting Premiumize. It's correct me if I'm wrong, it's still a lot more expensive, and
over double.
They do offer a VPN.
Not very good.
And I've, I know exactly my point. I've played with that VPN, and they do have a couple of servers that do provide peer-to-peer on them, but only a couple. So it's not a general thing across the whole VPN network. But the experience I've had with that is pretty poor. So just convince, change my mind. But if you've got it during Black Friday, it's probably a good option to have. But I still think, and I don't get paid by him, but I still think Debrid's probably still the best value to have.
And well, Premiumized does have the ability for news groups, which and I don't mean to keep plugging my own videos, but I did a video showing you how to automate your Plex and your downloading using, and I actually, in one of the videos, I show you how to use premiumized and its news groups, its access to news groups to download via the news groups, which normally news groups is an extra cost. So that worked well. And then I also get the Debrid side. The VPN side of it, not so much. The cloud service, you get 1 terabyte of space that you can cloud save and just put there. That does work very well. And Redneck said, just as I said it, the 1 terabyte of cloud storage is nice.
Yeah.
So
do you use that?
I have.
Yeah,
I actually
do.
did it on my Raspberry Pi images. You may know. Remember when I was messing around with downloading a lot of Raspberry Pi images? I had a 512 gigabyte image. Real Debrid kept being a biatch with it. Okay, so it said it was cached, and whenever I would try to download it, it would fail every time. It would fail. Okay. I tried it for like a week at a time, failed every time. I downloaded it onto my cloud on premiumized, and then overnight told it to download it to my hard drive. That 512 gigabyte image downloaded fine, and it was on my cloud, and I didn't delete it for months because it was sitting on my cloud in case my image crapped out.
You were just happy to have it, weren't you? You're just proud of the fact that you got it. I get it.
Yeah. And because if not, the other option was for me for that image was just to use torrents and then wait. I could have waited, a few days to download 512 gigs, which I could have done, but I was kind of like, I'll let them do it, and then I'll just download it all one night. So, yeah.
I just want to say there to Stuart. He said $84 a year for the premium. But it was $99 for 2 years.
Yes,
the special was. So if you hang out and wait around for the specials, it's worth it.
Yeah. Just don't. Yeah. No. I didn't buy it when it was $84 for a year.
No.
$99, and they had it
for 2 years.
I think it's important to point out as well that hey, it's your money, folks. You spend it how you want. If you're happy spending it, you just spend $84. I ain't gonna knock you for it. A question from Robert. There. He's asking about Google Apps. Have you ever used Google Apps on Kodi? You use it all the time. It's not something I've not tried, to be honest.
I want to say Google, he's talked about this a couple, and I have not. I looked and I couldn't find it.
That's a new one on me.
He's talked about it in the past because he was talking about, if I'm not mistaken, Robert talked about downloading backgrounds. Was it when he talked about backgrounds? He was downloading backgrounds. I've never used it. So I can't. That's one of those. Must be on the things in that Kodi repository. Who uses the Kodi repository? I don't know. So
they have some good skins in there.
So hey, I did see someone ask about did I need to use a VPN on Real Debrid?
No, but I would say on Real Debrid, if you go into the Real Debrid website, unless it's changed, there is an option to use secure only, which is basically HTTPS. Just for those who don't know, HTTPS is your friend. It encrypts everything. If you're using HTTPS, nobody can see what you're looking at. Okay, and there is an option to be ticked in your account in Real Debrid. Maybe someone can just point it out to me. I can't be asked going into the website myself, but if someone can point it out, but I think it's like use secure servers only or something along them lines, so watch out for that.
Yeah, you're right. There is a option, and I am clicking. I'm poking around in my my Real Debrid. There is a secure only. And
if you're using HTTPS, you do not need a VPN because nobody can see it. HTTPS is your friend.
Yep. So, what I will say to piggyback on that is, all right, so and I'm gonna give you this as the logic, and you can accept it however you want.
That's right.
So the Motion Picture Association, MPAA, ACE, the people that are watching what you're watching or paying attention to what you're watching, the people that are going to send a letter to your ISP. So they're looking for who's watching what, and you shouldn't be watching that. You shouldn't be watching that content. They tend to use torrents, and that's where torrents get that. I'm going to get in trouble for torrents. Okay. So what they do is they connect into a torrent. Let's say you're watching Wonder Woman 84. Was that the last one?
Mm-hmm.
So you're watching Wonder Woman 84. You're sitting there and you like, I'm watching.
Is that the one with did she have a gold outfit on in that one?
Yeah.
I remember it. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, that was about the only good stuff part of it.
Yeah.
So so you're watching that movie and you're watching it through, let's say, a torrent.
Just fine.
So you're watching that. Okay, so you're on a torrent. You're watching that, and the Motion Picture Association, ACE, the people that are copyright people, the copyright police, join that swarm. And if you know how torrents work, it's a swarm. Everybody's sharing that. Your IP is visible. So let's say they log everybody's IP address. And then they say, all right, this is Virgin Cable. This is BT Cable or Sky Cable. This is Comcast. This is Time Warner, whoever. And they send an information to that ISP saying, Joe Schmo, or they don't even know who it is. They just say, this IP was watching Wonder Woman, which we own and we have rights to. They were watching it on this date, on this time, and they should need to stop doing it. So that's how that works. Well, with Real Debrid, even if you didn't have HTTPS on, you had HTTP on, you're watching it through Real Debrid. Nobody but you and Real Debrid know that you're watching, unless your IP actually was scanning what you're watching, which is your IP, your internet provider really don't care that much unless the Motion Picture Association, ACE, FACT is the other one, sends them a letter saying, hey, the person at this address is watching our content. So when I tell people, if you're using Real Debrid, you really don't need a VPN. It's not that all of your stuff is hidden, your IP is hidden, but ACE is not going to know what you're watching unless they were scanning exactly your IP address to know they're already on you watching exactly what you're watching. You know, it's like the police don't know what I'm saying on the phone unless they're tapped into my phone already, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So if you're using Real Debrid, do you have to have a VPN? No. Does HTTPS help? Sure it does. It even protects you even more. But nobody, the Motion Picture Association is not at Real Debrid saying, tell us every single person that's watching this movie. No. They're watching a torrent because guess what? That's easy fish to catch. They're looking for the easy things to catch. And if you're joined to a public tracker, that's easy fish. That's shooting fish in a barrel. And you know, so that's my thing about how if you're going to use a VPN. I don't use a VPN when I'm using Real Debrid. Don't use it when I'm using Premiumize. I really don't.
Octavia there's asking how you find the HTTPS in Real Debrid. It's in the website, Octavia, and I forget the setting. Somebody I think may have mentioned.
Yeah, I was looking. It's hold on a second. I'm poking around in the site. It actually is in your. Is it all right? I'm looking in my accounts. I don't see it in my accounts. It used to be a little tick that you turned on or off.
They changed it, are they?
So, all right. So when you tick it,
thanks, Evelyn. Evelyn nailed it.
Oh, did she? Did she nail? All right, yeah, because I was going to share my screen. Secured setting. Thank you, Evelyn.
Yes, share your screen. Picture paints 1,000 words. Good idea.
All right. Hold on a second. Boom. I don't know if I'm. All right.
Yeah, just hide your affiliate link. Oh no.
Yeah, I had to move my screen up. Hold on a second.
I actually put my affiliate link on my website, you know, and I thought, what if people want to use it? And I didn't realize how popular Real Debrid would be. I think I've got enough account to last me to 2030 now with these fidelity points. mentioned earlier. I'm not complaining, but I really, it's a bit over the top. I need to do something else with that and maybe give them out as prizes or something. I don't think you can give fidelity points out.
Yes, you used to. They did allow that. There was a few months back, they actually allowed you to give them as gifts.
All right. Are they still doing that? Or?
I don't know.
If they are, then expect some competition.
I don't want to click convert because it'll convert my points. All right. So can you guys see my screen?
We can.
All right. So right here it says download port. Normal or secured?
Oh, they have changed it then. Okay.
Yeah, it used to be something else. It used to be pointed differently. So right there, and this is when we talk about the fidelity points. You can see I use some of my points because I only got. I don't know how many I've got in this. I'm not going to go up or down, but yeah, it's right there is where you're able to change it to secure, and you're able to go with it. So, yep. So hopefully you guys got that.
Yep. Okay. Thank you for that.
So
use that. Click. If you're watching this and it's Real to Brid, you've got Real to Brid, just click that option. It's an extra layer of security, and hey, you can't be too secure. But that's just for Real to Brid only. Doesn't cover you for peer-to-peer or anything like that. Okay, just be aware of that. It's just for Debrid users.
Just Debrid. Okay. Okay, Mark. Check out lawful masses. I don't know. Check that out. We'd hate for adult content to be taken away.
Yeah. How much does it actually represent adult content on the internet? Was it something like 2/3 of torrents? Something like that. 2/3 of it. No, not 2/3 of torrent. 2/3 of internet traffic is actually porn.
It can't be.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I might actually be right on that. 2/3 of it.
Yeah, it could be. That's insane.
So I don't know. Gut Wall Street. Check out Unchained for Real to Brid. I'm not sure about. Is that an add-on, an APK or app? I've never heard of Unchained. I mean, there was an Unchained Kodi add-on, but I've never heard of it for Android. So
elaborate.
So yeah. So Stuart says thanks. Never knew that about Real to Brid. Yeah, and you can see I had mine on secure, so I'm safe. So again, people will say, "Well, you can't use VPN or RD as your VPN." But again, the only way that somebody would know they'd have to already be tapping your line to be like.
Yeah, you'd have to be like on the CIA list or something.
Yeah, they're already watching you.
Exactly. Another good tip for people who just want to browse and just get off the grid a little bit. Use a Tor browser. I don't know if people use that.
Yeah, Tor.
I'm a big fan of the Tor browser. If you just, if you are a little bit paranoid and hey, if you are, if you are a bit paranoid, doesn't actually mean they're not looking at you, but use that, and you probably, and it's another way of just masking your activities on the internet and opens up everything as well. Things that Google may block, etc. You're going to find it on Tor for sure.
Yeah,
I actually I use DuckDuck. A lot.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's good.
To hide search
engine.
DuckDuck for my search engine and stuff like that. So
you're looking for clown porn, aren't you?
Yeah.
I wish it's all midget porn. Why? That explains why I got married. Let's see. So Penn, use Real to Brid and PBM, and again, Penn. Now Penn he has a website. He has a YouTube. Very knowledgeable guy. Follow him. He's got all kinds of great tips. And again, I do know that there is some private trackers that will allow Real to Brid and premiums. Some don't. You have to know your private tracker. And the difference between private trackers and public trackers, Pirate Bay, public tracker. Everyone's heard of Pirate Bay. You can go search Pirate Bay right now, or what's it? LEET? What's it? LETT or L33T? You can search that anytime. Anybody can.
I've got a website just for that.
Yep. Your dark web stuff. You can search any of that stuff open way. Private trackers are trackers that you have to be invited to that are on a ratio based, which means that you join the site, you join the tracker, the torrent tracker, and I download a 3 gig file. All right, so now I'm 3 gigs in the hole because I've pulled from the tracker, from the other people that are part of the tracker. I've downloaded 3 gigs. I have to upload 3 gigs to be what they call 1.0. Mm-hmm. So I downloaded 3 gigs, I uploaded 3 gigs, so now I'm even. If I upload even more, then my ratio becomes higher. Right. So if I have uploaded, let's say I've uploaded 6 gigs but downloaded 3, now I'm at 2.0. So private trackers don't allow leechers, and if you've been in the torrent world, we know about leechers. They're
Big
people
shout
that
out to the leechers. Yeah,
the people that hit and leave it. They hit it and quit it.
That's me.
They grab what they file, they say fuck off. So the private trackers really don't allow that. Or if you do, you're kicked off the site before long. You're not going to get away with it long. Mm-hmm. So that's it. But the difference, private trackers offer speed and usually a better variety, and mostly speed, than the public trackers.
I would argue that point, but
yeah, some of your. And I was thinking that at the same time, there is some public trackers. If it's a real big thing, there is a lot of uploaders, but there is some private trackers I'm in. It'll be 50 uploaders and not a single downloader. You see that ratio.
We're talking about the demonoid type of sites.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm on 2 different private trackers. I used to be on more, but I got rid of because I had to narrow down. So I'm on 2, and if I go looking for a movie, the seeders are here and the leechers are here. So it's like I'm going to get it as fast as my internet will provide it. Pirate Bay or your public trackers, it's going to be, you're going to have more seeders, but you're also going to have a lot of leechers because doing like Kodi apps does, because Kodi app grabs it and he leaves. So that's the difference of a public and private. There are pros and cons to each one, but private, you have to be invited to it. And if you don't upload, you'll be off of it. It doesn't take long. I've had plenty of friends that couldn't hang.
So you do use torrents then? Is that what you're saying?
I do on occasion. Not as much as I used to. I've pulled away from torrents other than Real to Brid.
I'm using magnet links a lot. I must admit, as I mentioned earlier, I'm using magnet links a lot. I'm taking those magnet links and I'm putting them into my website, into the Real to Brid website, and I'm picking them up at the other end, and that's at Shadow at the moment. To be honest with you,
that's good. That's a good idea. Wall Street says, "Don't you have to have an interview to get?" Not really. Usually, people that are part of the private tracker have invites, and you can invite people to your private tracker. Keep in mind, it depends on how the tracker is set up. Some trackers hold you responsible for the people you invite. I was on Oink way back when Oink was real big. It was a music private tracker, and it was like incredibly hard to get on. And the seeder to leecher ratio was phenomenal. I mean, it was unbelievable because you couldn't upload nothing to that site because there were so many people seeding them. And if you invited like someone that was a hit and run, it didn't take but 2 or 3 of those people and they'd get you kicked off the site. You, as the person that was on the site, would get kicked off because it was like you invited too many people that were hitters, so they would take away your picks.
Which goes against obviously the torrent ethos, isn't it? You're meant to give as much as you take on there, and I get that, But at the same time, most of us are just like, I want what I want, and I want to get off, and I want to get out of here, And that's me, and I'll put my hands up,
Well, yeah.
A couple of comments inside there. Evil in there. She's mentioned that Unchained, which we mentioned. that allows you to manage your real-to-grid accounts. Okay,
I've
Android
not
app
seen that
available.
one.
No, I've not. I mean, there is an Android app, and I use the Android app. So when I copy a magnet, I just post it. You know, I just open a magnet
Canuck
link, and it
talking
opens
about
it.
that.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, Canuck Gal was just talking about that. That uses her phone to do that, to grab the magnet links.
Yeah, I do exactly the same.
yeah.
It's on my phone, and then I'll pick it up at the other end wherever I want to watch it, whether it's on my big screen or on my TV, whichever. Mark's made a good point about the Pirate Bay. You know, yes, there are some companies out there putting their own films up there, their own trackers out there. So you really got to be careful with that stuff. You know, as we say, with torrents and peer-to-peer in general, just wear a condom, be protected. You know, even a free one is better than nothing at all. You know, so make sure you got something on there.
Yeah, I was looking. I'm trying to find. I did find an Unchained, but I don't think that's the right one. So
yeah,
I'll have to look into that. I'll have to look into that. I'm not familiar with that one, but it definitely, like you said about adding torrents to Real to Grid. I mean, I don't know. That is the easiest thing to do.
I'm lazy. I do it, and I'm the laziest. But I like my content, and I watch what I want. Watch what I watch, and I want it quick, and I want it easy, and I've not found a quick way than that. I'll be honest with you. Canuck Girl raises a good point. Torrents are our last resorts. But yeah, if you can't find if you can't find an instant stream, or you people are still using Usenet.
Yes,
I used that years ago, but
it's still going.
Yeah,
there is some downsides to it because some of them will delete files in amongst that. It's not a torrent. The NZB.
NZB. Yeah.
So there will be certain packages that will be deleted.
Yep.
And you know how NZB will actually, after you download it, it will check it and then it like compiles it as one file, and they'll delete a couple of them be taken off, and it'll mess you up. So some people, like I know Penn talked about, you need to have off of two different backbones. So this backbone, if that file gets removed, then you use this one to supplement the 2 or 3 files you need to make the file complete.
That's why I've been able to get a lot of them.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair to use that, you download at lightning speed as fast as your network will allow, but there's always I mean, I used to use it a lot, but the last time I used it, there was loads of pars missing, and I'm like, oh my god! I just sort of stuffed that. I went back to torrents.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the file, the pars, the files missing on certain things. I didn't do it until it got to be. Until I was automating, and I used Premiumized, and I was using SAB NZB, and I was like, I'm going to go through and set this up to where I set up radar and sonar, it's downloading my movies and all this. And there were certain shows that would be like, nope, can't do it. And it would be failed. And it would be because a few files were missing. And Penn's like, well, you need to get another backbone to,
meaning setting up another server, like you can have Easy News and
let's see. So you got like Easy News. Let's say you got Easy News, and then you have this one that will just download the couple files that Easy News wasn't able to get.
But are you saying there has to be set up differently? That it takes in second?
I got frustrated on that part, and if it couldn't find it, then I went and got a torrent for that. Let's say that episode, or
I understand what you're saying, because the amount of downloading I'm doing. I sometimes, see a lot of those. When Ben said,
yeah.
Bro.
And see again, Penn has his own website. Penn does that. I always felt like I was at that. I would sometimes teach people at a different level. Penn actually goes even a step farther.
Okay.
So it is it's an extra.
Well, Penn, I'm going to be looking you up.
Yeah, check up to Penn, because Penn doesn't do tons of videos, but the videos he does is at a level that's saying, hey, if you want to take what you're doing here and we're going to move to this level,
Yeah.
He does that. He's been on the show before and does.
Yeah,
and does
you
a
know,
great
I know
job.
that. I'm gonna be hitting them because I've been getting that with a lot of different NZBs, and I go in the NZB and I look and I see, oh, it's missing a file or something here, so I got to come up with something.
Yep. So it's there's so many ways of doing this, you guys. There is so many ways. In no one way is the right way, and the other ways are the wrong way. That's why I changed the show from Kodi Matters to Streaming Matters, because we don't only talk about Kodi, because believe me, Kodi is my main squeeze. That's my main squeeze. Now Plex, that's my side piece. I don't mind trying to, I'll do some Plex on the side, and I might do some APKs from here and now and again. So, but we all have our main. Like Alban, his main thing, Plex.
Right now
he might do some sides.
I was in my Kodi, but right now, I just needed some strange. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm still enjoying my strange. I've been staying up night after night with my strange.
He's still in the strange mode. That's because she pulling the freak on you. You got the freak on you. You can't help it.
Yeah, I can't. She's hurting on me, boy.
She got. Well, I won't even. Yeah, I know what she's doing. She got the
nothing buffers. I can watch anything I want. That I'm in heaven. And I thank your wife for that. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but you running out of hard drive space.
I just buy another hard drive. Hey. Shit.
Yeah, that's why we call it Streaming Matters, because there is no one way. And even if you're a person, and I'm not going to knock you if you're a cord cutter and you say, you know what, Sling TV works for me, or what's it, Ula? And I'm trying to think if there was one. Please don't use YouTube TV, but there was another one. Oh, shoot, what was it? It was like a clothing name.
Gap.
No, it was like I can't. So, but my point is that there's so many options that we can do to cut the cord, and you can save money, because if you go Netflix and then you go with, all right, I'm saving money because I'm only paying for Netflix. And then let's say you pull back the cable, you go to the cable company and say, you know what, all I want is locals. Or you go and you put an antenna outside and you say, I got an antenna outside. I get my locals from my antenna. Netflix is going to be my movie guy. There's nothing wrong with any of that items, whatever works for you and your taste. Or if you're, hey, I want to try I'm going to do APKs as it's, and I want to pull back Super Dell used to say, how many things are in your toolbox? And that's what we want. I want to have some of this, some of that, because maybe this is working for me. But today that's kind of having some issues. So I'm going to pull back to this. You want to have enough items in your arsenal, your toolbox, to say, hey, that's not working. I'm going to try something different. That's what we try to give you. I try to give you on this show lots of options. And sometimes it's a machine gun, and we'll hit you with a lot of stuff. But no one way is wrong and no one way is right. Just have options. That's why I've got a couple different IPTVs. I got Real to Brid, which I don't need Real to Brid and Premiumize. It's just that I couldn't help it. It was on sale.
And it's worth it having it both, though. It really is.
I mean, to be honest, I probably should have let my Real to Brid expire because it was already expired, and I should have said, I let it go. I got Premiumized. But I was like, for me, I've showed people videos on Real to Brid, and if I showed Premiumized, they said, well, I don't have Premiumized. That's what they would say. So I'm like, better have Real to Brid. So that's a lot of options. That's what this show's about, is to show you different options and not dog you out because this option works for you. The clock strikes. Hey, you know what? I go to bed, Carl, because you know what? I'm about to have another beer. And hey, you know what? One of the things I like about this show is I'm not drinking alone.
Oh, you don't? Definitely not.
Yeah, because I know Kodi Apps is into the rum.
Oh, I love the rum. A quick question from Patty before we knock off.
Yep.
She mentions, let me just scroll up. I think it was Patty, was it? Somebody, I'm not too sure. Somebody asked about the real debrid and how you convert your fidelity points. I think I'm right in saying that there is a in your account on the website. You just click on convert, and you can convert any points that you want.
How to get there?
Correct me if I'm wrong on any of that. There you go.
Let me share. I'll share my screen, Patty, because I had it right on the spot.
Okay.
I had a beer and a rum. I think so.
Let me share right here. Okay, Alban, are you able to see my screen, Bob?
Yeah, I can see your screen. But what you should do is make it full screen and get rid of us.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People have a hard time. Because I'm looking up at my TV and I see it fine, but
okay.
on the computer.
So right there, Patty, this is where it's at.
No, but how did you get to that? What was that under settings?
This is in my account.
Under account. Okay.
So when you go to Real to Bridge, you're going to click account. You're going to click. You'll see. I'm not going to go up because it gives my name.
Right.
Not like it's hard for you to figure it out, but you're going to go right in here. You're going to see your fidelity points. Well, you're going to see. You just saw my fidelity points above, but then it's going to have convert, and you can see 1,000 fidelity points is 30 days.
Okay.
And so that's where you're able to change that right there. And above in your account, it's going to tell you how many points you have.
Okay.
All right, here you go. All right, so mine, I got 1,200 points. So I could get 30 days because I don't have enough. I don't have enough for the next 30 days. So simple stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Great. And again, if you've had Real to Brid a while, you probably have quite a few points.
So how many fidelity points do you have now?
Well, I only have 1,200 right now, but it's 1,000 for 30 days.
I got 2,400. How is that?
So she's looking. I have 45
an affiliate link.
So so she's got 4,500. So that's you could do 4 months, Patty.
Hi, TJ.
So you could do 4 months of free RD. Just saying, you could do it very easily. Miss Sharon, what's up? Madhead. Daldum.
Mm-hmm.
She snuck in here. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I'm waiting for your 19 bill to look, Trey.
All right, so that we are at 2 hours. It's time to go because Dab's got to eat some pizza so that I can't sleep tonight. That's the issues of being old. You start thinking about what you eat, and Alban, you thinking about what you eat every night.
No, but I eat. I don't care because I get up whenever the hell I need to.
Shut it! I forgot. I got to get up early.
Yeah, I know you have to get up in the morning, right?
That's yeah. I ain't got no 10,000 points. Yeah, I should have 10,000 points if I gave out my damn affiliate link in Redneck. No, it's not pineapple pizza. Don't be dogging out my pineapple.
Don't tell me you eat pineapple pizza.
Did you find out whether fidelity points can be given away? Did you notice that?
I didn't open it up, but I'm telling you, Kodi,
get back
I remember reading they offered that. And I want to. I can't remember but search up. You're on. They haven't kicked you off of Twitter on their RD. Look it up. It's on there. It was on their Twitter.
Okay, I'll check it out. They might. I've not noticed any of their tweets. Maybe they have kicked me off.
No, they haven't posted nothing lately, unless they kicked me off too. But they haven't. You know them. They post very little.
You'll log in tomorrow and you'll realize we've all been kicked.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, we don't need you, you dirty dogs. So yeah, look there's some Hawaiian pizza lovers. Canuck Gal. No. When I come up to Canada, we're having a Kodi convention up in Canada.
Oh God.
And
pineapple on pizza. Get the hell out of here.
Hey, Alban, when you come up, you can drive across the border because you'll be okay.
I was thinking about actually going up to the falls.
Yeah, you ain't that far.
No, I'm not that far.
Mm-mm.
I could at least hit the falls. You know,
I'm telling you.
But it was just because I was getting crazy in the head because we had a warm day yesterday. And I'm like, oh, I can get up and go to the falls. But then I thought, hold on, wait a second. They still got snow up there. You know, so I got to wait.
Yeah. Yeah, so, well, we'll see how that goes. Kodi apps, anything you want to finish up with before we roll out of the anything you want to roll out with?
You there,
Oh,
Cody?
he went to go get him a drink?
Maybe, yeah, maybe he went to
All
get
right,
his own.
hey, Alban, anything you want to say before he went to go?
No. Just thanks for everyone coming out. I thought it was a great show this week. I'm glad I jumped in. Sorry if I missed any of you out there, but I was trying to keep my eye on it. Hope to see you guys on Wednesday. We have a good show, and you guys gotta come on and watch. We had 2 movies this week, and of course, someone's gonna try to call me now, but I'm not gonna answer.
Hey, do you want to extend your car warranty?
Yeah, I know, right? No, I saw just someone sent me with the that thing with the when you extend your car warranty, and it was just like a guy sitting inside the stall. You see his legs, and he goes this guy come up underneath the stall. Oh, you want to extend your car warranty?
That's right. I forgot. I got a motorcycle, not a car.
What
are our movies this week?
We have Bad Words.
Bad Words.
Bad Words from You to Beach. And the other one is the Blues Brothers from Miss Blue. Yeah, good old Blues Brothers. I, of course, already did my homework.
Shut up.
Unlike some other people.
Pet. Fucking teacher's pet. He hey, retired man. He's got nothing but time. I did watch one of the movies today. I'm 50% in. Bad Words was today.
Okay.
And hey, it was as good as I remember it.
It was, man.
Not to spoil it for you guys for Wednesday's show.
Don't let people watch.
Oh my gosh.
Let people watch.
Yeah, you need to watch. If you've never seen Bad Words,
you gotta watch it.
Shit. Well, who's the star in that?
The guy that's from
he was in the Ozarks.
Ozark. Oh my gosh, it's like on the tip of my tongue.
Bateman.
Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman. Thank you, Octavia. Octavia's like, I'll help you guys. Y'all struggling over there.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
we're both old over here.
Yeah. My brain. Yeah. I only watched it this afternoon. Oh gosh, Jason Bateman, and he is. That is. You need to watch it.
Gotta watch it.
Gotta watch it. And then Blues Brothers. I still haven't watched Blues Brothers, which I've seen it, but I just gotta rewatch it.
Classic, baby.
Yeah. So I don't know who you're talking to. So
she knows what time it is.
Yeah, she's like, Dad, your show is over.
Show's over. It's 7:00. Get off the goddamn TV and take me outside.
She is almost as bad as a damn you almost like a wife. You almost. So Kodi apps, anything you want to say before we roll?
No, apart from it's been a good show, and there's been a lot of information going out there, and I think it's good if people paying attention that that there's more to streaming than just Kodi or just APKs. Keep your options open. We covered a lot of topics today in lots of things: paid IPTV services, peer-to-peer, Kodi, APKs. Have a backup. Have lots of options open to you. Don't be afraid to get stuck into it. Just keep yourself. Just keep your options open, and I think the show was great for that. And go back and just go over things if you weren't too sure. And feel free to hit me up if you've got any sort of major questions about how to go about things too. And hopefully we covered Real the Brid as well, and people have learned a couple of things about HTTPS, about how to convert fidelity points. And I just hope that people got a few things, some useful things that they can use going forward from the show today.
Yeah.
Very good point, Kodi Apps, because that's the one thing about this show. It may run 2 hours. It really does. And sometimes we're just BSing, but there is so many little nuggets in, I feel like on this show, there is nuggets of information. And I think when I saw Cosmic says he just listens to it, we do so many little nuggets of information. If you're paying attention, we can make your hobby, your cord cutting, so much easier. We can do that. And again, he pointed out how many different topics we covered today. And I still think you missed out a couple of them. We hit so many topics today. And I didn't have any guests set. And so thank you for joining us, Kodi Apps. Alban, thanks for joining me. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. And again, Wolf Girl, condolences out to you, and giving major shouts out to Loose Cannon, who we lost this week. We will see about next week if their team would like to use my platform as a memorial to talk about the things that Loose had done in the community. I'm more than welcome to offer my platform for that type of a show. We're going to see. Again, condolences. I appreciated the time that I was able to share in his life, and the times that the things that him and I talked about and cutting up, enjoyed it. So condolences out to the people that are struggling with this loss. And I think that also, not to get too deep, we're only promised today, we have today, the impact you guys make on people's lives today can last other people's lifetimes.
Yep.
I've lost so many members of my family. And that's not, oh, poor Dabs, blah, blah, blah. No. But what it does is it gives me clarity, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Nope. How many people in this world have been taken away because of COVID? This pandemic that's happened. Enjoy, make a difference today. Do something today. Touch people's lives today. Because the things that you do today, the way that you impact people's lives, the difference that you make lasts past you. The lessons that I learned from my brother or my mom or my dad, the things that I learned from them live today because of the lessons that they taught me. So they're not gone because the things that they've instilled in me are still here. So, do what you can do to impact other people's lives. I do this show to try to help people, but I'm hoping that, in some aspects, I touch people's lives. Not that I'm trying to be some big thing like that.
Bigot,
hey,
you said?
Yeah. Someone would be dogging me out. So, but yeah, we all have to do that. You have that choice every day, y'all. Every single day. So, Hey, love to everybody. Thanks to my guests. I thank the people that watch this show for 2 freaking hours.
Yeah.
2 freaking hours watch this show. So
it's easier to come on the show, guys. I'm telling you. I can't type out there as fast as you guys. I'd rather sit here and twiddle my thumbs and talk, than having to type. But I miss you guys out there.
Yep. And this show, I offer, if you're a person that wants to come and talk and share some ideas, share your opinion, talk about some subjects, this platform is open. There's not many people I would discriminate against of coming on the show, unless you're just going to be a dick. I mean, then I got to say no. I mean, you're come on just to be a jerk. But if you're coming on to share some stuff and to share knowledge, share some things, tips, this platform is open, and I offer it all the time. And I feel like not that many people jump on because they're scared. And guess what? It's not that scary until you get in the water, right, Alban?
That's right.
Once you do it, and you can be look. Kodi Apps don't show who he is, and that's cool too.
No, I've got a face for radio,
but you got a good voice though. So, hey, I want to thank everyone for watching. We'll see you guys on Wednesday for Blues Brothers and Bad Words. And then we'll see you next Friday. And who knows what we're going to do that new week.
Yeah.
And I will try to do my best to hit up some videos this week. Maybe I'll get to that Elementum that Kodi Apps has been busting my balls about.
Mm-hmm.
So